This video is brought to you by the EA Creator Network. Hey y'all, it is Luca and welcome back to the channel. Today I am renovating yet another ugly house in The Sims 4, and we are in my favorite world, probably in The Sims 4, Evergreen Harbor. This world came with the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack. This is Rockridge Springs, so I know it looks kind of different probably from your game because I have two houses. I basically copied the one that was here, made two instead, but today we are going to be renovating one of these today because, you know, when I say ugly home, you know, I mean, I can mean a lot of different things. This one is just really sad. It's very minimal and boring and empty. There's like nothing. Like there's no personality. There's no color. There's no life. And that's, you know, kind of the approach with a lot of the vibes of Eco Lifestyle. That's the thing. I love Eco Lifestyle. I don't love the modern development. I don't like that it makes everything modernized. It feels like gentrification low key, which is kind of realistic, I guess. But, you know, I just love this vibe. This. Ooh, I mean, don't get me wrong. IRL trash on the road like this, no, but I don't love how sanitized and like perfect it becomes, so I like this for the vibes. But yeah, we're just gonna renovate this house today. I wanted to kind of focus on the floor plan first. This bathroom first and foremost, I wanted to cut it off here and make this into just like a half bathroom. I don't need there to be a full bathroom upstairs or downstairs because we're going to add a bathroom upstairs. And then this little room right here, I think I'm going to turn this into a pantry. And then another thing I wanted to do was I am going to separate these spaces just like this, just because I am not a fan of open concept. I think open concept is just so tired. We have moved past that. There is a video by a YouTuber named Nicole Rudolph. If you want to go watch her video on open concept, like houses, I highly recommend it. It's very informative and it is so true. But yeah, this feels so much better. I can't stand it whenever, you know, it's all one big room. No, I don't like that. And then I am going to be using these doors right here, just the basic door. Instead of these really like manufactured looking doors, we're using some doors that are more lively. You know, these look like they were used. See, that's kind of the thing when it comes to Eco Lifestyle that I'm not like a huge fan of is it goes for this like sanitized, like minimalist vibe for the quote unquote eco lifestyle, you know, approach. I'm not a big fan of that personally. Okay, we added a bedroom here and I kind of pulled the wall back just a little bit. So much better. So much better. Like this room was a little bit too big. I mean, these are both the same size now. So, I mean, I could even make this a little smaller just because I feel like, you know, this could be a family home. I feel like the bedroom should be a little bit bigger. That's just a little bit of a nicer layout. We're going to strip these walls back because the plaster, it's kind of nice, but it's just so lifeless. Like they could have done something better. And you know what? We will keep the flooring. The flooring is perfectly fine. Honestly, I kind of don't mind it, but the kitchen, I don't think should have it because, you know, this actually, you know what, maybe we will change it because this just gives me that cheap wood flooring that landlords put down. I kind of want some like linoleum, but I kind of just want like the clean and simple linoleum. Yeah, that's so much more realistic to me. We got a plan going. I need to focus on the exterior though. I'm kind of jumping the gun. I'm going to keep the shape the way it is. I am going to redo these doors and windows completely because I don't know. I just don't like the placement of them. I don't like the choice. They went with just a lot of gray with this house. And I mean, no, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of gray. We're going to use these windows here. I've been loving these windows. These are windows that we got in the birthday update for The Sims 4. I honestly didn't like them at first because I thought they were really plain, had no character. But now the more I use them, the more I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. We'll put a little window right there. Then we're going to put some windows in here. We'll do a couple in here. And then we'll do a couple more of these windows right here. I'm not going to go heavy with the windows. And then upstairs, we're basically going to just, you know, put in some windows like normal. I'm just going to do whatever feels right. That's kind of what I do with these window placements, is just if it feels right, that's where I'll place it. Pretty simple placement there. It's not like even and perfect, but I don't mind that. I do need a door right here. I think I do want to use the sliding door because that does make sense. There was one there originally. What are we thinking? That's a little bit of an improvement. And then for the foundation, I mean, it's perfectly fine. I kind of want to use like something like this, you know, just to add a little color. And then I'm also going to turn the house brown. Do I want it to be brown though? Now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure if I'm a fan. Ooh, I know exactly what I'll use. I haven't used it in a while just because I was afraid I was overusing it and it was making all of my builds look the same, but that doesn't matter to me. That's kind of the point, honestly, is to keep everything nice and cohesive. But I really want to use like something like this maybe, just because it has the brick on the bottom. I don't mind that actually at all. And then I'll use a matching siding to go with it. I think it's this one. No. Yes, this one. Honestly, that just gives off such a more realistic vibe for this place. And I think I'm going to switch this back. I don't know. This is where it gets a little bit tricky sometimes. I think I'm just going to use this trim and then I'm going to lift the house up on a foundation because it feels a little bit weird it being so low. That improved it so much. Okay. And then we can use a really simple clean trim. Maybe not that clean, maybe something more like this. And then the roofing is perfectly fine. I'm probably just going to leave. I mean, I don't know though. I was going to say I might just leave it, but I don't know. I want something that's got a little bit more character because this is just the default roofing. And you know, we never use this roofing, do we? We really don't. It's here, it's in the game, but we never use it because it's like the default one that it's already got. So we feel like we have to change it. The black is pretty nice though. I don't love this trim, to be perfectly honest. It's just a little too intense. I think I'm gonna go with this slightly cheaper one. Yeah, this feels a little bit better. It's a little less thick and intense. And then for this upstairs balcony, I don't know what else to call it. I need to find like a normal looking fence because that just kind of gives like public like building fence, and I want something that's a little bit like, yeah, simple, kind of like this. I think I want to pull this porch in one tile because I actually hate that it's like, yeah, this feels so much better. I'll put a fence on it as well, and then we can put some columns here. I'll probably just go with, you know, the tried and true base game columns. You know, I rely on the base game so much for my builds, but it's because it just looks good. I don't know. I can't describe it. For the vibes that I'm going for with my builds, base game just kind of hits the head on the nail for me. It's a little bit dated. It's a little bit rough looking. Ooh, this spandrel link from Businesses and Hobbies is kind of perfect. Like it adds a little bit of detailing, but it doesn't take away from it. So the house on the exterior personally looks so much better already. I definitely prefer this vibe over this. Like look at the difference. This looks more like a house you would see. I mean, you would probably still see this, but this just gives me more realistic vibes, at least as somebody who lives in Southern Appalachia, who, you know, lives near Ohio, like that kind of vibe. Like this feels more right. All right. And then we need a nice set of stairs. I kind of like the white steps. I don't know. They're kind of speaking to me today. And I think maybe we can do some kind of brick out here. I don't know. I kind of just want to do something a little different. I like this, like, what is this? It's a terracotta, but it doesn't look like a normal terracotta. I really like it. That's actually a vibe. The door needs to be even with the stairs. I don't know what I was doing there. I am sorry. Let me place down a nice railing on this as well. Looking so nice. This just looks so correct. Should we, you know, I am going to leave this house here. It's actually kind of perfect that, wait, I'm literally making the thumbnail. That's so funny. But no, I'm actually going to go in with a fence and separate these two, and to make it look correct, I'm going to be using the live edit fence that came with Eco Lifestyle, which is even better. It's kind of perfect. I honestly legitimately love the way it looks too. I actually use it in like a lot of my builds, at least all of my builds that are like this kind of style. These just barely fit. Like literally they fit perfectly. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Awesome. That's perfect. So that kind of separates the two. The question is though, should I add more? I think I will, because you can see in this neighborhood, they all have like fenced in backyards and stuff. So that would add to the vibe so much more. It's kind of tricky to place these sometimes though. And thankfully it comes in like many different shapes, so we can actually come in here and place multiple down. It's a little bit tricky when it's like right on this edge. Like the game just does not like it. So I'm going to use the tool mod to place this down ever so carefully. If you use the tool mod and you activate an item like by clicking it with the menu open, you can hit hold down the Alt key and just lightly if you like click and drag it. It's super handy. I think that looks really good. I think along this like section here, I'm going to copy what's going on over here with the house or the houses here. There is these like little bushes. I guess you could call them hedges actually. We could use these, but they're a little too nice. I want to use the ones that are a little bit more rough looking. You know, something I've noticed, it's probably just my special like little brain. You can tell that these hedges are like slightly angled. Yeah. And so it always throws me off when I place them down, but that looks pretty good actually. That looks so realistic. I'm not gonna actually do that much landscaping. I don't think really I'm going to do any other than just placing down some like grass and stuff, because this world does not give me manicured lawn vibes. Okay, like that's not the vibe here. So I'm just going to filter by base game and eco lifestyle so that I can see, you know, like over here for example, you can see this grass that's in this yard. We definitely have that here. So we can place that down somewhere. Granted, I might have to like, you know, place it in very specific areas so it's not like clipping too much. You know, just a little bit of grass. I do plan on putting a back door. I almost forgot that. Maybe we'll do this one. Actually, I kind of like this one. Just a really simple little back door here. I don't even think there was like a porch or anything, and I feel like there's got to be at least a little back deck. I'm not going to do an awning on this, I don't think. I think I'm going to keep it just the way it is. We are going to use this terracotta once again just because I feel like it just works with all the brick. I think that's why I like it so much. Ooh, yeah, and then we can put like a little back step here. We'll add the fence to the deck here, and then we'll get rid of maybe this. Yeah, we'll just kind of, you know, make room here. Maybe we'll put some grass like right here. Ooh, and maybe we can put a tree right here. I'm thinking what kind of tree? Probably a pine tree. Let's be real. And then maybe right here we can add like a bush. I saw a bush like these. If you see them right there, those like kind of round fluffy bushes, I feel like that would look really good here. Something like this one. I feel like something a little bit more green though. That's perfect. And then we can add like a little pathway. I think I'm actually just going to use this terracotta again. That looks cute. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I've had a little bit of a rough time lately. I won't go into specifics, but I've been having a really rough time with recording because of all these things that are going on, and it's been rough. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling relaxed. That's the point. All right, we'll give them a little bench, a little something to sit on. Something that isn't like, I want this home to be a little bit more, I don't want to say run down because I use that word so much. Not gonna lie. I think I want to put a couch out here. I don't know. It's just giving me that vibe. Like they have an old brown couch that goes out on the front porch. Listen, I ain't going to say it's a pretty house. When I say I tried to fix an ugly EA house, I don't mean make it pretty. I also think I want to add a bit of garbage out here. I just have to find it. I don't remember where. I wonder if you can just type in trash and maybe we'll get something. Okay, no. What about garbage? Yeah, because what I'm looking for is this stuff right here. So we will filter by eco lifestyle here and we'll just go to decor possibly. Okay, it's not going to be there. I'll look under this live edit tab because you can actually just look at all the live edit stuff. Yeah, because I want to place down like a garbage bag. We'll do this green one. Also do this white one too. I like that they look different. Like they're definitely supposed to be putting that garbage out and they just haven't yet. Okay. It's a pretty simple vibe, but I'm kind of here for it. I'm not mad about it. It feels more correct. And then for a porch light, I mean, I usually just go with this one, but is there like a black version? Yeah, there's a black version. I think we'll do that. That always adds so much light. And we'll do the same one like out here as well. Beautiful. Okay, this just looks real. Like, I don't know. Let's focus on the interior now. I guess we can do that. Or we can move to the backyard. maybe we should do the backyard first. We'll put the garbage bin like right here. And then what should we put out here? I'm keeping it pretty low key. I'm not going intense with a lot of clutter. Maybe like a little grill, like this little red one is cute. I like the little pop of red. And then for like some seating, I think maybe like a couple of these would be nice. You know, they don't really have like nice chairs to sit at. I'm thinking maybe we should put it like this. Yeah, put like a couple right here. I'm gonna make one of them maybe like this white color, you know, or maybe we can make them both that color. And then we can add like a little table or something here too. There's this one. I feel like this one's kind of a cute little vibe. Let's see, maybe we can do just, I honestly kind of like that maybe, but this one's more sensible. It's like a lower table there. We'll do the gray, I guess. And then maybe right here, we can just give them a little, just like a little, you know, little place to sit and eat. We could do the umbrella table. Ooh, I never do that. So let's do that. I kind of like this lighter wood for some reason. It's kind of speaking to me today. We can even add these chairs to kind of match it like it was a set. I kind of don't mind that. And maybe we can put like a little plant or something out here, or, you know, some more trash. Let's put some more trash. I just love adding that little bit of detail, I guess. But yeah, oh, so it's under the miscellaneous tab in appliances. That makes sense, I guess, because you know, garbage, you know. We'll put like a couple bags out here too. You know, just some more garbage that they haven't put out yet. And then what else? What else? Like a plant? Yeah, a nice little plant or something. I almost always default to using this plant. I don't know why. I just like that it's a simple looking little plant. But there we go. There's the back porch. We'll put a little rug here to kind of finish it off. Maybe this one actually. And there we go. That's something. You know what? I kind of don't mind it. That's a cute little back porch. Let us face the inevitable. I'm getting rid of kind of everything, sort of. I don't know. There's not really a whole lot in this house, thankfully, that I'm gonna have to like be like, okay, gone, you know. I did want to add some archways here, I think, to keep the spaces kind of open. We'll just do these, but something like this, I don't know, I just feel like it keeps the kitchen and the living room separate. And that's just so much, that just feels right, you know. All right, so for this living room here, what kind of walls am I going for? What kind of vibes? I mean, I definitely want to use, most likely, I tend to overuse it. I want to use either this couch or this couch. I've definitely overused it in this game, but I love it so much. It's so perfect. This living room is square, and that bothers me so much. I don't like square living rooms. It's just, they're really hard to lay out. I think this coffee table from Get Famous feels right. It looks kind of dated. I think that's why. Let's see, a nice rug for in here too. The rugs always help. I feel like something like this actually kind of works because it's just really, really simple. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And then we need a love seat as well. I wish we had a love seat that was similar to this. Like, it doesn't have to be the exact same, but something that has like a slightly run down vibe. You know what I mean? I mean, out of everything, I feel like we're just going to have to go with maybe the really simple base game one. This one might kind of work. It's a little bit bright, so I don't think it will. We will, instead of using a love seat, I think I'm just going to use some like accent chairs. I think this one, it's from the same kit. I know. It's just, if you're going to get a kit, like someone actually asked me to do some, like a video or something one day, which I definitely would like to do, but maybe like a video or something about like which packs to get for realistic builds in The Sims 4. And honestly, the one on the very tippy top is going to be the Basement Treasures kit. You know, they're just $5, but like the items, they're really good quality, and honestly, they just add so much of a vibe to my builds. You know what? I think I'm going to use this kind of like rustic looking table here. I kind of want to go with more mismatched, thrifted looking things. And we're going to give them a pretty nice TV, because nowadays TVs like this are a lot more common than you think. Ooh, we got this like table here. You know what? I see a vibe forming. In my head of the types of Sims that live here. They are kind of quirky. They're kind of thrifty, you know. They like some industrial pieces here and there. Like, they're not broke, but they don't like to spend money unless they have to. This bookshelf from Basement Treasures is also one of my favorites. It is so pretty. Okay, this vibe feels so correct. I love it already. I'm thinking over here we can add a little desk because I don't know about you. This is very much so like I guess a 90s kid thing. But, yeah, some people had like offices for their PCs and stuff. But growing up, the family computer was like, it was in the living room. What kind of desk should I use? Ooh, I kind of want to use this one. I don't know. There's just a certain like aesthetic that is kind of coming out in this build today that I'm like kind of here for. We'll use this like white chunky computer maybe. Then we'll just give them a little, little office type chair. Let's see here. I would like to add like a lamp over here in the corner. I kind of like the idea of it just being like this brown one here. And the lighting is atrocious in here. First of all, we gotta, should we use can we just talk about this light is my worst enemy. Like, look at how dark. It makes the room feel darker. Okay, I'm gonna shut up about that light, but I'm just gonna add my favorite boob light. I think I love that. And then we need a nice little not a nightstand light. What am I saying? We need a end table. Maybe just this one. That's like so incredibly simple, but that's what I want. And then to add some realism, I am going to be using some blinds here. This just kind of feels like it fits with these kinds of builds. And should I use some curtains from Eco Lifestyle? I kind of don't mind them. They're very simple. They're like that beige kind of color that, I so often use. But yeah, we can just add some decor here just to kind of, add to the realism. We'll add some magazines and like open book, a couple more little books. We'll add incense. That's perfect. A perfect little thing to add in here just because, we don't have ashtrays in The Sims 4, of course, and I don't really use mods or anything in my game. So this is like the closest that we're going to get. So, but it's a nice little like idea. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't think there's literally anything else that I can think of majorly for this space. Like, I think we're just adding clutter now. With this little trinket box, I'm liking the idea of there just being random clutter throughout the space, but I'm not going to overdo it either. We're not going to overdo it. Maybe we should add like a couple throw pillows. Maybe we'll just do like a couple of these, just to add a little extra bit of detail, something like that. Maybe that's kind of cute. I know there's a lamp right here, but I really do want to add a light on this table just for some realism. Ooh, I know exactly. This one right here. I love this little light. We'll do the orange one. That's fun. Okay, I feel like this room feels complete. Okay, but like, hear me out though. What if we do this? Actually, I kind of don't dislike that. I don't know if I want to use this table, but I want to use a table here. Ooh, I have an idea. So what if instead we put the TV on this table? This can go over here. And then we can just put some plants and some trinkets and just some random things on it. Yeah, we'll just put like a couple plants, nothing too intense. Oh my God, I forgot about this little thrilodendron, whatever you want to call it. I've got to put that in here somewhere. Ooh, actually, these are perfect. These little flowers right here. Ooh, we got to do the little guy. He's really cute, like the blue one. And then maybe we can put like some little sculptures or something. These can just be like little trinkets. Yeah, and then we can add like maybe a candle or some candles or something. Honestly, this candle is so cute. Yeah, there we go. I think this room's done. I feel like there's something missing over here though. Maybe we can put the bookshelf like this instead. And then maybe like something right here. Ooh, I know exactly what we need to add. I cannot remember which pack it's from, so I'm gonna have to look for it. Perfect. It's from Cottage Living. It's just this little basket of pillows and blankets. I feel like it is the perfect thing to put here, actually. We'll do that one. Yeah, that warms up the space. And now we can add some wallpaper. I always do wallpaper last for some reason. I just feel like if I do it first, it influences how I'm building like significantly. I kind of like this wainscoting. It just feels right. The flooring too, I feel like needs to change. I don't know. I mean, we could just darken it to a nice wood tone. Oh, that's so much nicer. It's so much cozier. But I don't know if I like that. I'm not really sure. If I do that, I'm gonna have to change the doors, I'm pretty sure, which isn't really a bad thing. Like a wooden door just feels more appropriate. Yeah, that looks cute. All right. Oh, we didn't put any wall art. I'm gonna do that. We also need to add some wall art. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. I'm probably just gonna use some of this. This little item from Love Struck, such a nice item. It just looks like you're in an older person's home, honestly. Like they just have little, older portraits. Maybe we'll put this here too. Honestly, cute. That's simple. That's all we need. All right, so this is an entrance room, a little foyer, hallway, whatever you want to call it. There's nothing really fancy. I'm going to use the same wainscoting in here because that matches really, really well. So for in here, I think the main things I want to add are just like decor to make it look like it's a space that is walked into and just kind of like everything's thrown on the ground. Like I like this little box of procrastinator stuff. And then let's see what else. We need a coat rack, of course. And then I just type in shoe into the search bar and then I can put in some shoes in here. I prefer putting these like little decorative shoes from Dream Home Decorator just because, I don't know, this is so like dated and old looking. I just like this more. And we can also put this take your dang shoes off sign. This is less for decor purposes and more for like gameplay purposes because this actually makes your Sims, wait, does it make your Sims actually take off their shoes? Because this one says that it does. Initially defaults to remove shoes indoors, but then, okay, I don't know. We'll see. And then I'm thinking like right here, we need like something like a little entrance kind of table, little accent table, if you will. I feel like this one is going to be just right. Yeah, something nice and cozy and warm looking, just like that. And I'm just going to, throw some other clutter on it. It's kind of expensive, but this phone and keys just makes the most sense because it's, the entrance. Ooh, and then we can put this phone here too. Why not? I'm thinking a lamp in the middle would be perfect. I kind of want to use this vintage looking, it's kind of broken, but like I kind of love that. And then curtains. I mean, I am going to obviously, place down my little blinds moment. This is just get together ones and they're shrunk down twice to be a bit more realistic. But I think I might just go with basic little curtains like that. Just nothing too crazy. Actually, personally, even though these aren't very big windows, these look better. They just feel right, And then for a rug in here, first of all, we need a little welcome rug, a little mat. And then for this room, I mean, honestly, just like this rug, this cats and dogs rug is just such a vibe. I actually kind of want to add in a little like dresser, or not a dresser, I like wardrobe or something right here. I feel like this one, if it has the right colors, actually, I kind of like that there. And then maybe right here, we can add a mirror as well. Just something to kind of open the space up a bit. That looks really cute. I'm really liking the dark woods with the lighter wood mixed in. It really kind of breaks it up. See, like, the vibe. It's perfect. Like you can see the difference in the aesthetics and the vibes and the approach so much. Now for the kitchen. Something I actually wanted to try to do was maybe just use what was already here. I didn't want to like do that for the whole entire house because honestly, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea of keeping it a pretty realistic renovation in the sense that, the cabinets and stuff are still going to stay the same. So like, we'll just add to it. I think we'll put one of these right here and do like this kind of moment. I really wish that this was like that though. Oh no. I hate that those don't go over the thing that well, but we can just kind of work with it. Should I do just like a cabinet like right here instead? Yeah, I mean, it could be that or it could be this. I just feel like just having one like that is weird. Maybe we just need to get rid of some of these windows. Maybe we should just do like that. Because I feel like too many windows is too many windows. So, and then we can just do like something like this maybe. I don't know. I feel like the stove being on the end here is a little bit weird to me. So I am going to swap them around. That feels a little bit more correct to me. Instead of like moving these windows or anything like that, I'm going to take just a shelf. And actually this matches pretty well. And we'll just kind of connect those. And then let's see, curtains. I mean, I really want to use these. Maybe we can use this shade from Cottage Living. I mean, honestly, that's not really bad. I kind of don't mind that. And then instead of adding a like island or anything like that, I'm trying to do something, make it a little bit more realistic. I think I'm gonna leave this lamp here too. I kind of don't mind it. I am gonna change the color though. But I think we're just gonna put like the kitchen table like smack dab in the middle right there. Ooh, I kind of like this table from Werewolves, and I don't never use it. It's not that I never use it, but I feel like I don't use it enough. So I'm thinking we're gonna do mismatched chairs, possibly. I feel like mismatched chairs was definitely something. Ooh, these kind of work. It was definitely something that we saw like on TV and in movies, but to be perfectly honest with you, like if there is going to be any mismatched chairs, like with houses that I grew up with, it's usually like one extra chair that you had to throw in there because one broke or something, but like most of the time they matched. So I think we'll do this like really simple rug in here because, you know, it is a kitchen. They didn't want to do like a nice rug in here. That looks really nice. I do think this sink is way too modern looking. I am very against that. I think we're going to use this one instead because it has a little bit of a retro vibe. It also has some dishes in there too, which adds to the vibes. And then we're just going to add some decor. How do you say it? Is it decor or decor? I tend to put a lot of emphasis on it because of my accent. So do a little bread box. I think I want to use this color. Yeah. Oh, I'm just loving the mix of woods. The dark woods, the lighter woods. It's just tickling my brain a little bit right now. Actually, I think I'm going to put like a proper like sized cabinet right here because I feel like it looks a little bit weird. That looks better. I think I'm going to put the trash can right here. I do need to add some clutter. By all means, add some clutter. A little utensil thing for the stove. I would like to add maybe some items from the kitchen clutter kit, which you have to go into a different section of the catalog for, which I will never stop complaining about. And then maybe we can also do is it everyday clutter as well? Another kit that I really, really recommend because especially for this little item, this little mug. Ooh, wait a minute. I kind of like the idea of putting a coffee maker here. Did you know that the coffee makers in The Sims 4 are like insanely cheap? This is 50 simoleons. Such a good thing to add into your starter builds, I think. I think we'll just do the white one. Love that. And I like the little coffee thing here. Ooh, I know what I want to add. Let's go into debug. We'll type in coffee. We'll add a little bag of coffee right here too, like they've left it out. Ooh, I want to add this too, but I don't think there's enough room. Maybe we can put it back here. You know what? That does work. I like that. It's a little tiny bit cluttered, but you know, you want a little bit of clutter. And then what do I want to put on the table here? Ooh, I like the idea of putting some non-food related things like this arts and crafts box. Because, you know, I can imagine this is like a family home. I wish that we had something that looked like the homework for the kids that wasn't just like the book that is homework, but I'll put this little book here too, and we'll say that that's homework. That's kind of cute. And then I do have a room right here that was for the pantry, and I think I'm gonna do something like that. Honestly, I think what I'm gonna do is I'll find some kind of like something like not this, but like some kind of piece of furniture. Ooh, hold that thought. Actually, never mind. There is an item that came, I'm pretty sure, that's not the one. So it was an item that came with Eco Lifestyle, actually, funnily enough. And I just remember it was some kind of like, it was this, but it was a little different. This one, that's so cute. I kind of like that. I kind of want to make this a laundry room. Not gonna lie, that kind of sounds so perfect. We can just do like the stackable thing right here. I wish we had washers and dryers in this game that looked a little bit more realistic, like top loaders and stuff, but ooh, that's so cute. I'm here for that. And then we have like a proper little half bathroom in here, which I think I'm just gonna leave the items that are in here. Like low-key, I think I'm just gonna leave the items because they're fine. I would probably pick the same thing. And honestly, I like the idea of keeping some of the original things here. So we just need to add a toilet roll and a little hand towel just right here. We'll do a nice like pink one. Ooh, actually, you know what? Instead of this one, we'll do this one because this one just looks more realistic. And we do need a bottle of hand soap in here. Honestly, there's really nothing else I want to put in here. Maybe I should add a shower downstairs just because there's room here. And I feel like if you play in this house, you'll just appreciate having an extra shower anyways. So we'll just do that. I'll add, the tried and true, messy, like little towel rack there. And then we'll just put like a rug right here in the middle. I want like a new little mat for the bathrooms, a little fluffy little rundown looking mat, And I think on this side, see, the thing is I'm going to have to include a hamper in here somewhere, somehow, some way. I mean, I guess your Sims are just going to have to pick up after themselves, which honestly, that might add to the realism. Honestly, I think I'm going to do that. And then I think I'm going to move this lamp somewhere. I don't want to not have it in here, but I low-key want to put like this here. It's for the bathroom, but it's a nice little linen kind of closet. Ooh, that looks so cute in the corner there. I love that. We need to pick out the proper wallpaper. I always put that off. I feel like out of everything in like building and stuff, wallpapers are my like worst enemy, I feel like, because I just have the worst time picking them out sometimes. But yeah, we got to think of something that would go in a kitchen. I mean, this one For Rent is so nice. I quite like that actually. I'm gonna go with that. And then for the bathroom in here, something like that's kind of cute. And it's got the wainscoting on it, so it kind of goes with everything. And I can also use it in this little laundry room too. I kind of want to put some tiling in here in hindsight. I don't know if I want, I think this one. Ooh, but like this ugly green is kind of a vibe. Ooh, I don't hate that. I kind of like that it's like a little bit darker and dingy. All right, let's move upstairs. I'll use this wainscoting on the upstairs hallway. And I was actually going to replace the staircase too. I think I'm going to do this wood as well. Did you know if you have a staircase already placed down and you choose another one, you can hover over the current staircase and it'll just change it to the new one. So you don't have to like delete it and add a new one. It's honestly such a nice little trick. I don't think I've ever mentioned that. So yeah, if you're a builder and you're looking for some little tips, I've got some. I've done quite a bit. I have over 7,000 hours in this game. All right, so for this upstairs hallway, we are just gonna do pretty much the same thing we did downstairs. In fact, we're gonna do less. There's barely any windows up here, I'm realizing. I didn't add any windows on this part of the house. That is not good. There was a runner that I really wanted to use. I mean, this one kind of works too, but actually, I kind of like that one more. Yeah, we'll just do like a nice little runner here. I kind of want to put the door right there just so it lines up. And then here, I mean, really, whenever I build a hallway, probably the best thing to put in there is a bookshelf. Something like this one is so perfect. And you know what swatch I'm going to use? That one. I don't know what to put over here. This is such a weird little corner. I don't really know. Maybe this can be like a little art corner or something. You know what? I kind of like that. We can put just like a little easel here maybe. It's like right at the hallway. It's kind of in a really rough spot. We'll put another one of these bookshelves right here just to kind of fill in the gap. And then we can just put some like wall art too. I didn't put any like cracks or anything throughout the build, but I don't need to try too hard with that. I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I think I'm just going to use some slightly different swatches of this up here. This just is so pretty. I love using that. In fact, I kind of want to use it over here. That seems more appropriate. And then I'll just put like a couple little paintings here and there. Okay, it's a hallway. All right, let's work on this little bathroom. I like to get the bathrooms like one and done. I kind of am just going to use this like cheap one right here, this cheap shower tub combo from the base game. I feel like that makes sense there. And then right here, we can do maybe the toilet here. I'm going to do the cheap toilet just for the vibes. And a sink. I feel like I want a vanity in here. It doesn't need to be like a big, like crazy one. I want just something simple, I think. I think just like this one, and then we can put a sink in it. Yeah, just like that. And above that, we can put a nice little mirror. I think this one from the base game kind of fits the best. I think I'm gonna do maybe like this swatch. Yeah. And then the corner, we can actually put in a proper hamper. Oof, I wish we had more simple ones. Maybe this one, just the gray one. Can I... am I about to go through a whole ordeal just to add a toilet roll to the cabinet. Come on. Oh, it's clipping to the wall over there too. Dang it. I'm really doing this, aren't I? But like, I would expect it to be right here. I know, I just did all of that literally for a toilet roll. But you know what? I'm kind of obsessed. I love it. It's for the vibes. Okay. I need to calm down with that. Ooh, I wanted to change this color. I think I was going to change it to the blue. Maybe we'll make these like a blue color or something too. Maybe that, actually. That's kind of fun. And you know, this is a messy, this is going to be a bathroom. Okay. It's a little bit messy. Okay. I want to put like a little stain over here. Maybe they had a water leak or something. And we do need a proper rug in here. I kind of liked just using this one earlier. We'll use the yellow swatch. That's kind of cute actually. And then we'll add in the rug from the bathroom clutter kit. We'll put that right there also. That's cute. It's very mismatched. Like it's very mismatched. It's very like not sure what it's doing, but like in a good way, you know? And then we'll just, you know, do my typical adding of the blinds in here. And then we'll, you know, we'll put some like simple white curtains as well. That's all right. I need to add those into the hallway too. Okay, bathroom is done. I just need to, oh, actually no, what it is not done. Ooh, this yellow robe just is really speaking to me right now. So I'm going to add that here too. And then we'll just do like a little brown towel. I'm really like trying to mismatch everything because it feels more like realistic low key. Ooh, can I put this like little shower caddy somewhere like right there? And then I do want to add a plunger here. Maybe we'll do this white one. Oh, that's so perfect actually. There's still more decor. There's still some more clutter. Some toothpaste, lotion, some combs. We got to have some hand soap too. Look at that. That's realistic. There we go. And then I guess we can put like a little, just like a happy little painting in here. I don't know what that would be, but something. Ooh, maybe just like this one. A little thing of butterflies. Yeah, that's fine. You know, the brown tile kind of is a moment. It kind of works because you can kind of see it's kind of like the same kind of shape. What if we did that downstairs? I don't know if I want to match everything. Ooh, wait a minute. That's so much better. I'll leave this one in here, but this one, the brown tiling, is kind of a moment. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. All right, now we just have the 2 bedrooms and the balcony. I think I want to go ahead and do the balcony. I think I'm going to do that. I think I might just use this terracotta once again. And what do I want to put out here? Ooh, maybe this. This is from the backyard stuff pack. I don't really use these items very much, but I feel like in this context, it would make the most sense to have something like that out here. And then we can just do like a little rug or something. Actually, maybe something like that. A very small rug. And then for a side table, I think I'm going to use the table from the, probably this. Ooh, this one. I kind of like that one. And I kind of want to do like a matching little chair too. I never really used this set, so why the heck not? And then I think I'm just going to add like some little candles or something out here. Ooh, the citronella candle is perfect. And then we'll just add like a little plant. That's a cute little moment, a cute little vibe. I don't really know what to put over here though. Okay, but like low key, I kind of want to put a beach towel. Like that's kind of something they can lay out here. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's such a good idea. Oh, the tie-dye. That is so perfect, actually. And then we can put like a little radio and just some stuff out here too. Put a little bottle of oil out here, and like maybe I can do another citronella candle, like just over here. We'll do a different color too. I always do this one pale one. Do like the orange or something. Or actually, we'll do this bright one. Why not? What else can I put out here? We can do some little bits of clutter. I think the magazines. Hey, that's literally perfect. Oh my gosh, and this little book, this little downturned book can go like somewhere right here. Maybe we can put a water bottle out here too. And this, just this little stack of magazines. I'm actually going to look magazine. Yeah, I want something a little different out here. Okay, but like that kind of is cute right there. I love that. Okay. And then we are just going to use the same light from downstairs. I'm just going to check to make sure that is perfect. Yes. And I think we also need to put a rug here too. Maybe we'll just use this one again. And I want more plants. What if we put this one out here? I don't know if this is supposed to be outside, but I kind of love it. All right, now we need to do the bedrooms. Well, first of all, I think I would like to add a closet just because that is really realistic. I'm going to do 2 because then this room can also have a closet. So that makes it a little bit more realistic in my opinion. And yeah, so much better. I can even cut it off right there even more just to act like, maybe there's like one closet on each side. I don't know. But yeah, it'll take up a little bit more of the space, but also that just is more realistic. I think we will just use this one. I'm going to do like this and then this. Yeah, that's much better. I'm also going to move the windows down a little bit. And then for the bed, let's see. This bed kind of is speaking to me, but this bed is speaking to me even more. I kind of like that. And then let's see for the rug. I know I kind of randomly picked that one out, but it's kind of working. And then I can see the sim who lives here. I can see her in my head. We'll do a little nightstand right here. We'll make these mismatch. Something like this maybe. Yeah. Ooh, this one actually probably will look a lot better. Yes. I like that they're completely different. And then let's see here. We do need some bedside lamps. Ooh, I kind of like these. I want something that's kind of small. Or I could use the one that I've used so much because it's from the base game. This one, the pink. It's kind of a moment. Kind of love it. I don't know. I see this being for a single mom now, a single mom. She lays out and gets her tan, there's a vibe there. This green little linen kind of thingy kind of is doing something for me. And then maybe we can put a TV on top of that. Ooh, this old TV is perfect. Why are the slots on this thing so weird? And what do I want to put over here? Maybe like a vanity. Yes. Probably just this one. It's from Vintage Glamour. I feel like that's so perfect actually. And then is there like a little chair? Oh, I hope I can find like a little chair that's like a little stool or something. That would be so perfect. Oh, maybe this one. That one's kind of a moment. I like that. And then let's see, we got to actually add some, clutter to this to make it look like that. Yeah, we'll just add like, some little things like this. Ooh, this little like jewelry kind of stand. So perfect, honestly. And then maybe we can throw in like some like nail polish and like perfume bottles and stuff. We'll do this like kind of pink. It's not super messy, but I like that. And I think I'm also going to add another robe hanging up in here. We'll do like a red one, just like that. Oh, I love the vibes. It's so cute in here. And then for the paintings and stuff in here, I'm just gonna place some random things down, something like this maybe. Ooh, and we do need like a little hamper in here now. Just like that one. We'll finish this corner off with a little plant and we'll add in our, our blinds here once again. And then we will do these big curtains. I don't know if I love that. You know what? I think I'm okay with it. I like it. It does add a lot in here. Low key, I think I'm going to get rid of one of the windows. I think having multiple windows in this room like this, like so many, that was a little bit too much. That's so much better. And then we need to find a nice wallpaper. Oh, that one's kind of so dated and ugly, but I kind of love it. Okay, I think that's a good bedroom there. Now we just have to do this bedroom right here. What is going on with this rug and this bed placement? Was all that was in here? Oh my goodness. Look at that. This is the saddest excuse of a bedroom I have ever seen in my life, y'all. I think I'm going to put bunk beds in here. I feel like that would, allow you to, put multiple kids in here if you want. I think I'm going to do like this one. I kind of like it. I kind of like this like bright pink. Then we can do like, this one also. Or maybe we can do like this. Maybe they're girls. Maybe they're all girls. Maybe they just all like pink. I don't know. And let's see. The walls are not going to be nice either. Like we're not going to like be like, okay, bright pink wallpaper. No. It's just going to be the same wainscoting or something. I think that's what I'll do. We'll do like this one maybe. It's a little bit of a different color. This one's better. Okay. Personally, I don't like that. I love how I place something down and I'm so confident with it. And then I am immediately just like, no. I just feel like these look a bit more realistic and we can do like a mixture of things without it looking weird. Ooh, I really like that actually. And then over here, we can put like a desk here. Maybe the kids share this desk. I kind of like this like furniture just like that. That's kind of a vibe. We'll give them a white chunky computer. We'll do, what color they got? They got a lot of green going on and blue. We'll do green and blue. Maybe this is just like they're really into nature and like dinosaurs. And we do need to also add a dresser because I feel like it would just be incomplete without a dresser in here. I feel like this little one is so perfect. Ooh, we'll do that. It's got a little bit of that green on there. And we do need a little nightstand right over here as well. Probably this one. Ooh, I like that. And then toys. We got to add some toys. Is there a green one? This one's got green on it. That's kind of cute. But I kind of want to use this one just because it's kind of a little bit more creature-like. And then, yeah, we'll make sure to add a couple dinosaurs. We'll do a couple different colors too. Why not? And then just like any other kid's room, it's not going to have much cohesion or any kind of sense to it whatsoever. It's a kid's room. You know, they're messy. I mean, I don't know. Some kids might not be too messy, but I know in my experience, I was a messy child. So do like a little green lamp. And then let's see, we got to add some more clutter over here. Oh, I kind of like this item here from Parenthood. It's super cute. Ooh, then maybe just like some boxes on the floor, like, you know, stuff that they've just kind of left. I don't know. Actually, instead of this one, because it's kind of dirty, I'm going to add this one again. I love that little box. And maybe like a little basket of stuff can go here in the corner. Ooh, and like these little board games can just kind of sit, you know, somewhere like in the floor. I don't know. I feel like that's just kind of like the theme of this whole space is just like a lot of just stuff in the floor, you know. I guess a bookshelf would be a nice idea, but I don't really know where to put it, to be honest. I mean, we could just... I mean, it fits so perfectly. I know I've used it 3 times already now in this house, but it just looks right. We'll give them like a little TV like that, and we'll also give them a little games console. Oh my God, it fits perfect. That is so cute. Love to see it. And then we can throw in some posters as well. Let's see. That's if I can find anything that looks right. Ooh, I like this one. That's super cute. Maybe we can do like a void critter kind of moment over here, or like that one. I like that one a lot. And let's see what else we got here. I really wish we had like a section for just posters instead of them being all paintings and posters. I want paintings, posters. That would be great. Ooh, this is cute. That's actually super cute. Okay, that's perfect. And then we'll add some more of the blinds. I think I'm not going to put curtains though, because it is like a kid's room. And then we do need a rug in here as well. That is going to be a little bit of a challenge, I think, to find a rug that I like. Maybe this big blue one. Yeah, I kind of like the blue and the green. I kind of like that it's like a little bit of both. I'm also going to add, of course, some like dirty clothes here and there because why not? And I do need to add a hamper as well since there is a laundry machine. We'll just put it in the corner there. Ooh, there needs to be more stuff in this little area. I feel like it's not cluttered enough. Ooh, these little glasses would be kind of cute. Just like somewhere. Spokes for folks. That's like a little toolbox. I kind of like that for in here. Maybe they're a little crafty. Maybe they're trying to get into tools or something. I know I like loved getting little random things like that. Ooh, these little headphones. They're kind of perfect for in here. I need more little things, like little small things for the back shelf. Ooh, there we go. Little pencil cup too. We'll leave the pride thing on there. Yeah. And then I think we do need something like a bigger poster, like a more horizontal one or something. Ooh, this one is perfect. I can even like shrink it down and then maybe we can just do something else next to it. Ooh, that's perfect. Okay. All right. Now we just have to add the boob light. And I do believe we are done. I kept it pretty simple with today's build. Personally, I know that when I said I tried to fix the ugliest house, some people might think that this is the fixed version. No. I mean, maybe you wouldn't, but yeah, I can even show you the before and after, like right here, because I have the second house here. But here's the before. Not much going on. I get it. It's a starter home. Of course, it is a starter home. That's the point. It's supposed to be a little bit plain. It's very dark. It's very sad. It's very gray. It's so lifeless. And then we move next door. It's the same house, just we've added a few walls. It's so much more cozier, full of life, full of love, you know. Go upstairs and you can see the difference. We added a bathroom up here because it makes more sense to have a bathroom upstairs. And then, you know, we've still got 2 pretty decent sized bedrooms here. Most likely what I will do is I'm actually going to renovate this one just by myself because I'm not going to do it twice on the channel, but and then I'll upload this whole lot to the gallery so that you guys can you know, fill them up full of your own families. That's pretty much it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comments, and yeah, thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird, and I'll speak to y'all next time. Bye y'all.